Veggie Cafe is the latest establishment to pop up in Bed-Stuy that's geared towards its growing hipster population. According to the Teachers Union, more than 5,300 teachers quit before the 3-year mark. They say the new evaluation system is unfair. This is what's left of the memorial for officers Lou and Ramos, who were both executed here about a month ago. A year ago, this bike rack would have been empty, but city officials say less than 50% of the people who signed up last year signed up this year. Lisette Horn spent her teenage years fighting to get off the street.
I felt unsafe at home, and so I decided that I was going to leave.
Horn says she left her abusive family's home in Brooklyn at 15. As a teenager, she lived on friends' couches, but finally has her own home.
I made sure that I was constantly working.
Just as life became stable, she was stricken with cancer.
This diagnosis, it means radiation treatment, it means surgery. I've already had 2 surgeries as it is. It means missing work. It means, using up all my sick days.
Horn says she brings home just enough to cover rent and basic expenses, but is now struggling to pay for her cancer treatment that cost her $250 a week, and that's with Obamacare.
It feels like now I can lose my house, I can lose my home, I can lose everything because I'm choosing between paying my rent and paying my medical bills.
That's why Horn is looking for help from strangers. She set up a profile on Indiegogo, hoping to save her life and her home.
So hopefully with the Indiegogo, I'll raise enough money to sustain myself and to keep my house, to keep my home.
In Manhattan, I'm Tracy Gibson. Cord Stanley says he's running out of options.
When a new owner comes in, we'll want to raise our rent or do whatever they want to do with the building.
Stanley moved to Bed-Stuy with his wife and 2 kids 4 years ago because it was affordable, but he says now it's not.
To come in as a middle-class family and to be able to get more value for your dollar and be able to afford to live in a neighborhood that's changing fast, we enjoy having the space and seeing the neighborhood change.
Stanley is just one of many struggling with the recent gentrification. He says his neighborhood now caters to middle class.
What I see happening now is just new construction everywhere, quote-unquote luxury places being built, and new restaurants every day, new people moving in, and just the dynamics of the neighborhood changing.
Stanley says luxury condos are replacing brownstones and pizza shops are now upscale restaurants. While locals are taking a hit, real estate experts say it's good for business.
The supply becomes more wanted, and then the pricing can go up.
In the past year, prices have skyrocketed. The price of a home went from $425,000 to $630,000, leaving residents with no choice but to move.
If they're not in a position where they own, then they can be priced out.
For Stanley, it could be in just a few months. His building was just sold, and he says the new owners will likely raise his rent.
As gentrification continues to get into these neighborhoods, things just expand and get pushed further and further out.
In Bedford-Stuyvesant, I'm Tracy Gibson.